YouTube, what's good? Hey, we got a different kind of video today. Listen, Happy New Year's to everybody's watching. Hope your New Year's is going good. Hey man, just quick prayers for everybody in New Orleans who, are just around the city or who around Bourbon Street, wherever that attack was, that horrific incident happened. Prayers out to anybody who knows someone who was affected by it, and just prayers to all those people out there. Terrible way to start 2025, horrific. But today we got a little different kind of video, guys. I hate to say this, I really do hate to say this, but I think our MVP might be cooked. And listen, I don't like to say this lightly, but I think it's over. I think it's truly over. We might have to just come to an agreement that Lamar Jackson is not winning MVP. And the reason why I say this is because of three quarterbacks who used to play in the NFL with the most brain dead, retarded takes you will ever hear in your life. First up, we have Tony Romo, the Josh Allen meat rider, the Josh Allen glazer, the Josh Allen meat muncher, whatever you want to call it. He is just a Josh Allen fanboy on TV. He needs to be stopped. I hate listening to any game with him because all he talks about is Mahomes and Josh Allen. If there's one person that I want to be commentating the game when we play the Bills in the divisional round, I hope it's CBS, so Tony Romo can see us defeat the Bills in their stadium in the playoffs, all right? But the first thing that he said last week during the Bills-Jets game, mind you, Lamar Jackson threw 5 touchdown passes against the Giants. People said he was stat padding, right? Josh Allen puts up a decent performance against the Jets, and now all of a sudden he has MVP locked down, right? How does that make any sense? All right, so the first thing we got here, let me see if I can find it. So they scored a touchdown. It wasn't even Josh Allen that scored a touchdown, right? It was James Cook, who, by the way, you wouldn't believe was a good player the way that Bills fans talk about him, right? You wouldn't even think that they have good players on their team. But somebody other than Josh Allen scored a touchdown. And this is what Tony Romo had to say. Make sure y'all listen closely to this.
If you're going to win an MVP on one extra touchdown pass or something, I don't think that's
I know
right.
You don't have a vote, but you know how voters are influenced. It always gets down to these numbers.
I think they're tied in my brain. I think that Josh Allen might get the edge only because Lamar's had 2. If Josh had 2, you're going to side with a guy who doesn't have one. That's just human nature, in my opinion.
They've set a franchise.
Y'all heard that, right? Just want to make sure that my ears weren't cooking me when I was listening to the game on Sunday. Y'all heard what he just said, right? He said, you're going to give the MVP to the person who doesn't have none. This is what the MVP has come to. It's literally a pity award. A pity fest award. All right? So we have Tony Romo who said that. Let's go on to this Stooges number 2. We had this backup quarterback, career backup quarterback, who now goes on TV and thinks he knows what he's talking about. We have Chase Daniels, this irrelevant quarterback, talking about Josh Allen locked up MVP for beating the Jets. Punt the key away, right? He said, if you think this has nothing to do with Lamar Jackson, you're wrong. Lamar has had a season for the ages, but it's Josh's time. Oh, all of a sudden it's his time now? Yeah, it's his time. He has 2 less losses, has done it with less, and has the best team in the AFC and NFC. Has beat the best team, my fault. Beat the best team in the AFC and NFC. Yo, newsflash, buddy. If the Ravens were in the AFC East right now with the same record, they would have had the division wrapped up by now. So, all y'all talking about, Lamar Jackson has nothing to play for. Oh, he had his division wrapped up. Bro, the Ravens would have had it wrapped up by now too. Lamar Jackson is playing in a division where we might have 3 teams in the playoffs back-to-back years. Back-to-back years, 3 teams in the playoffs. That's never happened for the trash in the AFC East. All right, so this dude says it's Josh Allen's time. Like, y'all see what they doing out here, man. Like, y'all see the type of things that they're saying. Y'all see the type of things that they're pushing out here. Quarterback wins apparently aren't apparently not a quarterback stat, right? But apparently now we have to give it to him because he beat the best teams in the league. Now look at what else he said. Hold on. Basically, what he had said was, oh, Lamar Jackson's 5 touchdowns doesn't really count or doesn't really impact the MVP because it's against the Giants. But Josh Allen's 3 touchdowns against the Jets locks it up for him. So y'all see what's going on here. Y'all see what's going on here. We don't even I don't even gotta say anything else for that, right? So then we got to the third goofball, Mr. Run Out the End Zone, Dan Orlovsky. This dude is flip-flopping his opinion every single week. Matter of fact, every single day, this dude is saying some dumb stuff about the MVP. This dude is making pity videos, crying, complaining to the fans, talking about, oh, this is what I meant when I said the MVP race was over. Actually, no, this is what I meant by saying this is why Josh Allen should be the MVP over Lamar Jackson. Oh, why you guys call me a Lamar Jackson hater? Just crying all over the internet every single day. It's a new crying video from Mr. Run Out the Back of the End Zone. Right now, mind you, earlier this year in September, right, there was a segment where Ryan Clark and Dan Orlovsky were talking about our game, the Ravens game, after we lost to the Raiders, and they went out there and said nobody is scared of Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. If Ryan Clark, I'm gonna put the clip up here.
Down. Also, too, the 2 wide receivers on the field, and no disrespect to Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, I ain't scared.
Not even to say yet?
I'm not scared on the outside. If I just got to be man-to-man, one-on-one at this point, it's going to count on you beating me, right? If you're Bateman or Flowers and Lamar Jackson making the perfect pass. I live with that. If Derrick Henry's back there and I understand I need to stack the box against him, it's a personnel issue as well.
Yeah.
They literally said nobody in the NFL is scared of Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, right? So then now let's go to 2 days ago. Let's go to 2 days ago. 2 days ago. This was on Monday, right? Okay, so first, this just happened yesterday, bro. People have been saying he's getting paid by the Bills media team to go on there, basically talk about the Bills, whatever. And apparently he has an MVP vote, so there's like a conflict of interest going on. So y'all see right here, there's him doing videos for the YouTube of the Buffalo Bills, whatever, talking about Josh Allen propaganda and stuff. And he goes out there publicly saying, oh, this is the reason why I'm not voting for Lamar Jackson. You notice how he's so proud saying he's not voting for Lamar Jackson, by the way. He doesn't say that about Joe Burrow. He doesn't say that about Josh Allen, not about Saquon, but he proudly goes out there and says, oh, I'm not voting for Lamar Jackson for MVP. So that's one thing, but that's not even what I wanted to complain about, right? Here's one thing he said, right? He said,
I think it's hard for me not to still vote for Josh Allen. Lamar's had a freaking unbelievable season. Yep. Here's another thing. He has something to play for this weekend.
Yeah.
They don't.
That's true.
We already talked about if we switch the Ravens, put them in the AFC East with the record they have, the schedule they have, blah, 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 they would already have secured the division right now with 11 wins. All right, anybody with 10 wins in that division, even 9 wins, you would have won the division in this year. So I don't know why that's being used as an argument, right? All right, so then 2 days ago, right, on Monday, he went on TV and said some of the dumbest argument I heard. The dumbest argument I've ever heard anybody say. Not only have people said Josh Allen deserves it because Lamar's already won 2 MVPs, right? He deserves it because, you know, he already has the division locked up in week whatever they wanted because the rest of the teams are trash. Now all of a sudden, we are punishing people. We're punishing quarterbacks for their wide receivers doing their job. For their wide receivers getting open, guys. Your wide receivers can't get open in order for you to win MVP. But meanwhile, this is the same dude that is pushing Joe Burrow to win MVP for having a triple crown winner. A triple crown wide receiver on his team, by the way. A dude who's leading the league in receptions, touchdowns, and yards. He's pushing that quarterback to win the MVP because his team is so trash, even though he stat pads, puts up all these good numbers and losses, right? This dude said Lamar shouldn't win MVP because his receivers get most separation in the NFL. And let me play that clip again.
And no disrespect to Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, I ain't scared.
Not even to say yet?
I'm not scared on the outside. If I just got to be man-to-man, one-on-one at this point, it's going to count on you beating me, right? If you're Bateman or Flowers and Lamar Jackson making the perfect pass. I live with that. If Derrick Henry's back there and I understand I need to stack the box against him, it's a personnel issue as well.
Yeah.
This dude listened to his coworkers say nobody is scared of Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers. And now the reason why he's not voting for Lamar Jackson for MVP is because Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers are doing their job. Guys, you see what's going on. You see what's going on. Every day is someone else coming out saying something stupid, something pitiful, something blasphemous for why they're voting Josh Allen for MVP. They might as well come out here and say, we want to see Josh Allen have the accolade because he deserves something. And Lamar Jackson, even though you're having a historical season, even though you're putting up these Aaron Rodgers numbers while running like Michael Vick, we want Josh Allen to finally win something so we can finally put him in the Mahomes conversation. Guys, this is why I'm saying the MVP race is over. Lamar Jackson is not winning MVP. I don't care what he does against the Browns. He can put up 6 touchdowns, 7. He doesn't matter. People are going to find a way to bash his performances and say Josh Allen deserves it more. Guys, there's no need to argue about MVP anymore. There's no reason to argue about the MVP anymore. The playoffs is here. We will see the Bills in 2 weeks. If we both do our jobs, we will see them in 2 weeks. And that is going to be a toxic week in the NFL. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that week to come. Guys, do not worry about MVP. Listen, I also see people say, why do you guys care about MVP? We want our quarterback to be one of the greatest. What do we care about? We're fans. We're not out there playing. Why are we worrying about Super Bowl MVP? But we want our quarterbacks to have both. We want our quarterbacks to have all the accolades to be known as one of the greatest of all time. Of course, we care about MVP. Of course, we truly do, right? So, as much as it pains me, I'm not arguing with people anymore. I'm not trying to persuade people. The media has already made the decision. You guys see it. You guys are hearing it every day. So, guys, that's why I'm saying the MVP race is over. Josh Allen, congratulations. Congratulations on winning your pity MVP award. And you know what's ironic is I'm a Sixers fan. I'm an Embiid fan. And I used to be one of those people wanting Embiid to win MVP that year he won it. So now I finally realized what Jokic fans went through that year. So this is just ironic for me, honestly. But yeah, the MVP race is over. There's no point in hoping that Lamar Jackson is going to win it. It doesn't matter what he does on Saturday. And by the way, Dan Orlovsky is doing our game on Saturday. So you already know he's about to be on some hate and stuff. I'm about to watch the game on mute, honestly. But yeah, the MVP race is over. No need to worry about the MVP now. Onto the playoffs. Ravens, Lamar Jackson, please take care of business in the playoffs this year. Please take care of business in the playoffs this year. Please, that's all I ask. Take care of business in the playoffs this year. Go to Buffalo. BTA in Buffalo. Take care of that. We get our rematch versus the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there. But please, Ravens, just 2025. All I ask is you guys take care of business. Do your job in the playoffs. And we're going to be good.